My name is Samuel James Price. Thank you for coming on into the live. I do a live stream every single day on YouTube from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., Monday through Friday, and Saturday and Sunday nights at 8 p.m. I do the news, and I do a 3 to 5 minute segment just to break down what's happening, to keep us on our toes and let us know what's going on. So Arbitrum's most popular DEX goes live with new version offering Doge pools at 40%. Version 2 of GMX allows traders of riskier assets at lower fees, with some pools yielding as much as an annualized 47% return. The initial model of the trading platform GMX's version 2 went live Thursday, attracting just over 1.2 million from its liquidity pools in a muted launch. GMX, the most popular decentralized exchange in the Arbitrum Layer 2 network, allows users to trade spot and perpetual futures through an on-chain interface at low fees. Part of its recent popularity could be attributed to the rise of the Ethereum-based Arbitrum, where GMX was able to offer traders a service for betting on price movements of major tokens such as Bitcoin and Ethereum using leverage, kind of like options. That's interesting, right? And you're going to be able to get 47% on your Doge. That might pump the price of Doge a little bit. People might jump into Doge to get that money. Now, it's only 1.7 million, but it continues to grow. There could be an incentive there. We'll look at the price action for Doge in a second, see if the charts are telling us anything before the news did. I love that. Michael Egorov has sold a total of 106 million Curve for 42 million. Curve Finance founder Michael Egorov has sold more CRV tokens. He sold a total of 106 million for 42 million. Curve Finance founder Michael Egorov has intensified his token selling spree. In addition to the 72 million Curve DAO tokens he sold to several entities until yesterday, he offloaded another 34 million Curve to a diverse group of investors in an apparent over-the-counter deal. In total, Egorov has parted with 106 million Curve tokens, bringing it to a sum of 42 million, according to on-chain data. The recent sales include transactions with entities such as Wintermute, an individual trader named Leonero, who bought 0.27 million, and a wallet address connected to the former XDAI developer. Wow. Previously, Egorov has also made OTC deals with notable figures in the crypto space. So there's just some controversy over here, and some people are creating some FUD. And to me, it's a little bit of a FUD. But I was thinking maybe I bring this to you guys and kind of give you some of the data behind the scenes. I was given this video. So this dude said something. Let's take a look at what he's saying here.
Verge of crashing. You're going to want to stick around for this. Yesterday, there was a 0-day exploit in the programming language Viper. It's a relatively new language which is supposed to be easier than Solidity for writing smart contracts on Ethereum. A hacker found this exploit and used it to drain funds from the liquidity pools on Curve Finance. Naturally, the price of Curve is down, but here's where it gets really interesting. The Curve founder, Michael Egorov, currently has a $100 million loan backed by 427 million Curve tokens, which is about 50% of the circulating supply. And now his loans, which are split between Aave and Frax Finance, are at risk of getting liquidated. The majority of his debt is on Aave, where his liquidation price is 37 cents per Curve. However, the larger risk comes from his $16 million loan on Frax Finance, which utilizes this thing called time-weighted variable interest rates. If the utilization rate, which is the total amount of deposited assets that have been lent out to borrowers, stays at 100%, the interest rate will double every 12 hours. That's going to escalate real fast unless Michael finds $20 million to pay down that loan. If that gets liquidated, there will be massive contagion across all the DeFi protocols.
Well, he did. He just sold for 42 million, so he got the money. So that kind of dispels it.
People are estimating he's got about 5 days, so expect some volatility.
He definitely took care of it because he just sold 42 million. He paid off the loan for 20 mil. He's good to go. And Curve's at 49, went down back to 61. He's all right. His liquidation price is pretty far away. It would have to go all the way back to that low there at 37. It got pretty close at 46. He must have been freaking out. He did what he could to kind of, This tells me the Curve may actually have bottomed here because he's doing everything he can to keep the price from going further down. Pretty nuts, right? But that's in the news today. We want to keep you privy to what's going on. Coinbase seeks dismissal of the SEC lawsuit. Is SRP-like win in view, right? Disclaimer, the opinion. So and that's kind of the only news. According to the media speculated from earlier this week, renowned digital currency trading platform Coinbase has filed a new motion as it seeks to quash the securities lawsuit brought on by the United States Securities Exchange Commission. Today, Coinbase filed our briefing against the court to dismiss the SEC case against us. Our core argument is simple. We do not offer investment contracts, as that term has been construed by decades of Supreme Court and other binding precedent. I mean, there you go. right? I mean, you got to listen to the Supreme Court. You can't do whatever you want. The Coinbase legal brawl with the SEC is one of the many enforcement actions that have been initiated by the latter thus far this year, as the regulator seeks to stamp out every form of investment contract being offered by crypto firms operating in the United States. You can't stomp out crypto. I'm sorry. It's here to stay. I know you guys are old legacy, holding on to your old financial system. It's time to let go. I'm sorry. We already won. You wouldn't even be talking about Bitcoin and us. We wouldn't even be here. My YouTube channel wouldn't be this big. We already won. Don't you get it? The fact that you have to deal with us is the fact that we won. Before, you used to sweep people like us right under the rug, and you didn't have to see us. We never even had a voice. People never even got to hear what Bitcoin was. You guys, you know how many Bitcoins tried to come out and you guys squashed it before it ever existed? The guy saw that, and then he was like, how do I circumvent what they did before? And he created this code that no one knew about that would slowly grow in the inner webs of the internet.